Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, and all of y'all who've been here before, welcome back. I've got one of those journals that I mentioned in the last video of being done a little bit overkill. This was one that I was planning on keeping for myself, and I thought, no, I'll just go ahead and sell it because I've got so many that I have that I thought it's silly to keep all of them. I'll probably never write in all of them in my life, so I'm letting go of 2 of them today, and this is one of them. It's got a paper doll image on the front, made a hat with some fabric and some lace and these little pink flowers that I put a little bit of stickles in to give it a little bit of sparkle. Made her dress out of a crochet doily and lace pieces, and it measures 8 by 5 3/4. I've got a real pretty, this is part of a placemat, an old placemat that I got at an estate sale. And the spine has got all kinds of laces and sari silk and tulle and just a bunch of goodies here. And there's the back. Real pretty. This is part of a tablecloth that's behind it, a white tablecloth, and then I put that other over it so it would be pretty. Lace closure. Let's go inside. I did a little bit too much of this one, but it's just one I just really loved. So this has got the matching fabric here that I used on the cover. And I put another part of a tablecloth here, or placemat, with some lace and a vintage lady. And on the inside, I've got some coffee dyed paper. And this is an envelope here, if I can get it off. I think it's 2 envelopes. No, yeah, it is. It's 2. Couldn't tell there for a minute. And they're both the same for writing a letter or a note to someone. And then you've got a nice photo mat here. This background is a textured background. It's kind of rough, but I like it. It's pretty neat. Over here, I've got some of the shell lace that I used and some coffee dyed papers. Isn't that cute? It's a cutie. And some tickets here, part of a doily, and piece of lace here with a beautiful vintage lady. I'll come back and fix that up. And over here is a pocket. And I put a little tab here so you can easily pull it in and out. A botanical card to journal on. It sticks out. Over here, you know, I love those. It's got a lot of my favorites in it. You know, I love those little mini pockets, and I put some business cards in there. And it's got some birdies because I love birdies here in pink with some sari silk and a rose. And you know, you could take this out and journal here. Back here is a book, a poem page from a book of poems that I have with a ruffle and a heart to match that with some lace and some coffee dyed papers. That's blue sari silk sewn in silver. Over here, you know, I like making use of dual pages, trying to get more on one page to write on. So here I have a little vintage banner with a little tuck holder to hold these papers, and you've got all this space back here to journal on. And a big card, and that's green sari silk sewn in the silver. And a little envelope if you wish to put something in it. It's empty, You may have something you want to, a keepsake you may want to put in there. Over here, you know, I love my vintage ladies, so they're throughout too. And we've got a double pocket here. Pretty lady, some lace in the corner. And a package of snippets with one of those corrugated butterflies. And in the front, got a nest here and a birdie. And then one of the journaling letters with a stamp closure. A pretty stamp closure. I just love this image. It's just one of my favorite ones that I have. And here's a vintage lady. And inside is a lot of goodies. We have more snippets. And some coffee dyed paper with lace. And this is a button that I sewed onto the fabric before I stuck it on there. It's a vintage button. You know, I got that in an estate sale, and there's some this weekend. I'm planning on going. Over here is a music cover. I remember having to sing that song and play it on the piano when I was a little girl. Oh, I hated doing that. I was not. As a matter of fact, they told my mother, they said, you know, she's not musically inclined. So much for that. Over here is some ephemera. And this is a pocket that I need to stuff. I did it again, y'all. I didn't stuff it. A tag here with some fabrics and a pearl and a ruffle with some stitching. So I'll stuff that right after this video. Over here is a pocket that I put some of that thready yarn and a vintage label that I just hooked on with safety pins. Something a little different. One of the larger notebooks with a doily and some lace. And here's a little mini booklet. And it's got a pocket in the front. I'll put him over there and get to him later. Over here is some ladies walking down the street. A little house image with a doily and book page. All kinds of stuff going on here. And in the back, piece of ephemera. I love this green and white stripe, and I want to get some brown or tan and cream stripe if I can find it. I've been looking everywhere for it. I think it would make a pretty journal. But we've got a tag here, coffee dyed papers, and this is open here on the side, so it will hold more. If it was not, it wouldn't. You couldn't get as much in it, so you can add more stuff. Over here, got a tuck spot here. Boy, y'all, I am so slipping. Got a little tuck spot here, which I will, come on up there, dude, which I will fill in with something, so it'll be a surprise. And up here is it's an envelope and an envelope. So we have an envelope up here, and it's just got a little ticket in it with a vintage button. It's just for pretty. And then an envelope attached to the page with some coffee dyed papers and all kinds of goodies to write on. The birdies that I love. A little postcard. Another little coffee dyed paper. It's down in there. You know, I like to see everything, so I have to rearrange. Over here, I put some of my favorite vintage images. And tore the edges and inked them up. And then a fold out here. I could put something here, an image, or just right over it. And that's Latin. No, yeah, that's Latin. I had to look again. It's got a little Velcro closure. Over here, I've got a pocket with some lace running down the side, a ruffle stitched in green with some little tags. Back here, you've got a little secret spot to put a little something. Vintage lady walking down the street. I like those little surprises behind things. And I like this right over that because it looks like it's the top of the pocket. Over here, I made a collage of just the vintage ladies. Placed a journal with a little piece of lace here. On this side, got a little bit of sari silk outline in this pocket. Paper in the background. An envelope, or letter, I should say, to journal on, or write somebody a letter, or make some notes. And over here is the other part of that glassine bag. And inside here, we have some pretty images. Coffee dyed paper with a little sewn on there. A little piece of a dictionary page running down. A little butterfly image. And a place to journal on this bag here. And this is a double pocket. Again, it's got my favorite vintage ladies and some lace. And in the lower pocket, piece of ephemera, pretty rose. Nope, I think I hit you back here. And then in the back side, we've got a little tag with a key, and it's got some stitching. Another tag with some sari silk here. And a glassine envelope with a few goodies in it. I love cupcakes, so that's why that's there. And Tim Holtz flashcard. Love cupcakes. On this side is another vintage image and a pretty balloon. Some fabrics here and some lace. And this is a larger booklet. And a little pocket with some pearls here. And coffee dyed papers. Pretty roses. So pretty. Love that. And on this side is, again, one of those double pages. You've got tuck spots here. You put a little something. A pretty image. You could got plenty of writing space there. And then these go on top. And then here's the back. Again, one of my favorite little tiny envelopes. I just adore those things. Y'all know that. A ticket and a business card for a livery stable in case y'all need a ride somewhere. Vintage image. This is a bakery house, so I put the two little baking men there. And here's the back. A beautiful image with the lace. Just decorated it nice and simple. There's the back again. That gorgeous tablecloth. There's the front, the little paper doll. And I want to thank y'all so much for being here today. You have no idea how much it means to me. You take time out of your day to come watch my videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.